very hyped up. Is that something you get from him?
I think so. I think I get it from a mix of cultures. Ken Norton Jr., my former coach, he kind of instilled that in me along with Keith Belton. And just, I think as a kid growing up, I was always really energetic. Yeah.
Who presented you with the idea of changing positions? Was it your suggestion or your coach's?
You know, I thought about it a little bit last year after the season, but officially it was my defensive coordinator, Coach Malloy, and we had a mutual agreement about it.
Like, what was your biggest motivation for changing? Why were you kind of like, okay, this is something that we can do?
I think for myself at the time, I was always a heavier linebacker. I was always 256, 257, and I could do it, but it's a different day and age of football with linebackers. So I just thought I could be a good fit at edge.
How do you think playing off ball and seeing things has helped you as a edge rusher?
Incredibly, because one, I know the playbook behind me. I used to be a green dot guy, so I know what people around me are doing. It was funny going into the room. I was surprised, most people didn't actually know the defense. But then also, due to me having to study film as a Mike and learn what the offense wants to do, I can now instill that in my game at edge and understand the concepts of the offense, understand the run fits, understand the run schemes and things like that. So it helped me tremendously.
What did it do for you, either your confidence or just how you think about yourself, the way you did so well against the top offensive tackles at the Senior Bowl and a lot of those one-on-ones?
Yeah, I think it was a great opportunity. It was great to compete. I came in there with confidence. I think I left with some more confidence.
You played with confidence too.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And I think I get my confidence really from my faith in Christ, honestly. I mean, I'm stable with my identity. I don't really waver in what people think about me. Obviously, I still want to grow, but just being confident in who I am and what God has done for me.
You had a great Senior Bowl, obviously. What's the guy that stood out for you on defense that you watched, and a guy on offense that you went against?
Oh, a guy that stood out on offense.
Both.
On defense, on my team, Darius Alexander, a DA from Toledo. Darius, man, he had a week. Fun guy, great atmosphere, great environment, great energy. And then on offense, realistic, despite the viral clip, I think Josh Connolly had a really good week. I think he did his thing. I had a few reps against him. He got me. So I'll get him back eventually. But I would say Josh, I don't know if I'm working.
Have you had a chance to meet with the Seahawks yet?
Seattle, I met with them informally Monday night.
What was the craziest question you've been asked in an interview so far by your team?
Craziest question?
Yeah.
You know, coming into this week, and even the Senior Bowl, I've heard that, man, people are asking crazy things, but I haven't really gotten anything too crazy. I don't think anything's really been outrageous.
Did you have an interview with the Falcons Monday night?
Atlanta? I don't think I've met with Atlanta yet, no, sir.
Have you read formally with the Cowboys yet?
Not formally, but informally.
Actually,
Nah, I just did it formally.
what was that meeting like?
It was dope. It was a good time, funny experience, but it was good. It was good, yeah.
During these interviews, are you kind of doing some of those, I know a lot of executives ask kind of film breakdown, tell us about this play. Have you been able to do that?
Yeah, it's been a mix of both. Some teams do it, some teams don't. But yeah, I have.
How does your experience being the green dot help you break down some of those things? Maybe some edge rushers don't have that same kind of
Knowledge, yeah.
knowledge of the defense.
100%, yeah. I believe, like I mentioned earlier, just me knowing the defense and defenses in general, because I've noticed also that all defenses are the same. You got cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, cover 6. You got simulations, you got fire zones, just different terminology. But it's helped me a lot, and just being able to break down, what this guy in the front end has, but also in the back end.
Was that a big focus for you from your college coaches to have you kind of break down plays and explain plays to other players so you would be prepared to have this?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was expectation, but some of my coaches, even before our season started last year, we were just doing board work so I can get comfortable talking with that information.
What was the Senior Bowl experience like for you in terms of getting some real momentum heading into the combine?
Yeah, man, it was great. Senior Bowl was great, man. I've been telling people, if you take away the practices and the games, it was still a blast in my eyes. But then you add practice in the games, and it's 10 times better. So it was a great experience just to meet a lot of people. I believe I was telling the guys, the players, man, embrace this moment. I believe in this room it's future Hall of Famers, so embrace the moment. But being coached by some NFL coaches, seeing legends, Hall of Famers. Rod Woodson spoke to us. I met George Stewart, who coached my coach, Ken Norton Jr. And then being able to practice every day and compete, it was a blast. I'm very grateful for the experience.
How did Deshaun Foster turn things around?